a few more stamps of China, and some worldwide material. China, another challenging collecting area, mint or used with interesting cancels. This one are a registration cancel, certainly easy to identify. And here we have, again, lookalikes, but still different. The top, we have Mainland China of 1947. The complete set consists of 5 stamps, and it catalogs only at about $1.75. The middle stamp, Northeastern Provinces, also a complete set of 5. This one, however, catalogs for about $3.75. And finally, on the bottom, a 5 stamp set of Taiwan. And this one actually catalogs at a nice $17.50. So it does pay to check them closely because catalog value does differ sometimes quite a bit. And this stamp of Northwest China, that was a small surprise on some album pages. This one was done in October of 1949, and the Scott catalog number is 4L64. And it does catalog either mint or used at $80. So inconspicuous, but very pleasant surprise. And here we have some 1953 Taiwanese money order documents with a Taiwan overprint. For example, right here, Taiwan. And these were done in 1953. The money transfer stamps, which paid the fee, the clerk read seals also may have a catalog value, but I have no reference to those. Very interesting material. Once again, these two characters say Taiwan overprints. Very interesting. Very neat looking. And here we have some more. Similar as before. Nice document. Colorful and interesting. And yet, similar again, just to illustrate the varieties of stamps, cancels, and so on. And here again, Taiwan, but these are of 1943. Receipt for merchandise paid. Also very nice. Revenue stamps of Dr. Sun Yat-sen. I'm sure I did not pronounce it correctly, but I apologize, but that's the best I can do. Also very nice and very nice markings, very clear, crisp, and also red ones, all kinds of them all over the place. Unfortunately, I cannot decipher most of these, but they certainly do look very interesting, as well as the revenue stamps. Very nice. And here again, one of two more such 1943 merchandise receipts. And finally, revenue stamps can certainly have their appeal with endless applications, designs, cancels, and much more. China, a handwritten in Old Chinese document of the 31st year of the Meiji period, which is, as best as I could find out, 1898. I could not decipher any more, still quite interesting, and handwritten makes it even more interesting. Beautifully done. And this one, China, 1946 issue commemorating Kuomintang party meeting in 1935. Guang Yu gave this to Headmaster Si as present in Fengbu City in Anhui Province. Wow. Yeah, it was a tongue breaker for me. Okay, but again, very interesting, very nice looking. The stamps all with identical tabs. So very attractive and certainly complements any China collection. And now we go into a little bit of worldwide. And here we have a British Commonwealth UPU series of 1949, attractive and widely collected. From the Pitcairns, probably, not too many issued, I would assume. Very nice, clean, and very collectible cover. And then we go to Japan with a military stamp of 1914. This one is the least expensive of the 6 issued, and this one does have the zigzag watermark. Still, it came in a collection, and also a small surprise, but a nice one. And then we move on to Austria, 1919 through 1921. These are Tyrolean package control stamps, different colors, and not too much catalog value, but still attractive and collectible. Similar as before, with 2 of them being overprinted. This one here and this one here. It's a kind of a diagonal overprint. It's kind of hard to decipher, but they have different values on them. In Austria, the 1 Kreutzer Yellow of 1850, the number 1 Austria, with good margins, really very good margins. You can see a little bit of the used to be stamp above this. Normally or oftentimes they are trimmed much tighter. If you have specific widths of margin measured in millimeters, a specialized catalog will give different values for depending upon how wide these margins are. So check that closely, and if you see large wide margin copies and you collect this area, those are definitely keepers with additional value. On the right, we have a yellow St. Andrew's cross. This is of the next series of Austrian stamps. On the sheet, as well as on the imperforated sheets, they had a certain number of St. Andrew's crosses. In some cases, they were used as postage equal to the actual stamp in the same color when they did run short of regular postage stamps of that series. Now, this one in particular is in pretty bad condition. I apologize for that, but for illustration purposes, I thought I show it anyways. And again, some of these St. Andrew's crosses are very, very scarce and very, very pricey, especially if attached still to the regular stamp. Or even a part of a St. Andrew's cross, let's say on the imperf stamp, if on the margin, if it was wide enough, and it would show traces or a small amount of the St. Andrew's cross still in the margin, it also adds to the catalog value. And again, it depends on how much is attached to the stamp, measured again in millimeters. And then we have a 6 Kreutzer Austria of the first series. And here you can see quite a large side margin. Unfortunately, the postmark is quite blurred and maybe take some investigating to identify what town that is. And cancels mean a lot in the early Austrian stamps because some of them do carry also pretty hefty values. This one is more of a standard format from Lombardine Venetia on the 30 centime stamp, and comes from Venice right here. Yeah, lookalikes again, but and obscured here, so I have to look close to identify it as Lombardy and Venetia. Well, with your generosity, I hope you give me thumbs up, and a click on my subscribe button will also be received with much gratitude. Thank you so much for watching. Yes, treasures are waiting to be found. Wishing all of you great success. Good luck. Help protect our world, our paradise. My channel, Stamps, Space, My Fun Things.